my type, she got brains in them tatas. She that day, she gon' dance, ain't gon' touch her phone. She gon' let it smoke, man, she don't play. And she my type, she got brains in them tatas. She that.
Everyone, as you guys can see, I am in a new setup. I have moved houses and my new room is red. Today I'm going to show you all how I do my Marley twist, which I have had in now for about 2 weeks. I really like them. Like, surprisingly, they are very lightweight and they do look very natural. I have had a few people ask me if all of this is my hair, and I'm just like, I wish. Now, from my previous hair tutorial videos, I kind of get the same questions all the time, even though I've stated it in the video and in the description bar. So I'm going to go through the questions right now. The first one that I usually get is, what hair brand did I use? And for this style, I use my trusted Soft and Silky Afro Natural hair brand. I'll also put it in the description bar. The packaging looks like this, sorry. Yeah, the packaging looks like this. There are other brands that do Marley hair that you can use, but the reason why I prefer this is because it's really, like, it's really kinky and really kind of rough. So I feel like when I twist, especially if you're a first time twister, when you're twisting, your twist will lock in better. And also, they put a lot of hair in the packet. I think now a lot of hair brands have jumped on the bandwagon that a lot of people are starting to use Marley hair. So you have these brands now that are called Marley hair or Havana hair, and literally in the packet there's about 5 strands of hair and it's the exact same price. They're usually about £3.49 or £3.99 depending on where you live, but like maybe a quarter of this packet is what is in like. And I just think it's really cheeky to ask me to pay the exact same price for about 5 strands of hair. So yeah, I do prefer to use How many packets did I use? I used exactly 7 packets. Every last strand of those 7 packets were used up. How many individual strands did I use for one twist? So I used 3, and I also the way I stack them, I will show you in this video. I stacked them in a way that it would be a bit longer because my twists are a bit longer. I will stand up and show you how long they are. How long did it take me? This literally took me 3.5 hours to do, just to twist. If I include the time it took me to also curl the ends and dip them in water, it would be about 4 hours altogether. But I was in a rush. I usually don't do them this quick, but because I was doing them on myself, I was literally in a rush, so I was twisting very quickly. Usually when I'm doing them on a client, they can take between 4 to 5 hours depending on how big or how small they want them to be done. So getting on to the tutorial, I'm going to show you how I did them. Right, so this is how they look. As you can see, there is like a lot of hair on my head, but they are surprisingly very light. That's one thing I like about the Marley hair, it's very light. The only time that when I use Marley hair and it feels heavy is when I'm doing faux locks, but that's because you have about 6 strands of hair on one. The way I like to do Marley twist is I like to twist from the root, because I just feel like it literally looks like it's your hair. Like, if you look at this, unless you're looking up close and personal at my hairline, you would not be able to tell that it's actually not my hair. So I've detangled my strand of hair. So as you can see, this is about the size that I picked up from my hair. It is quite big, but like I said, my twists are kind of like medium to large size. They're coming off a bit tiny on camera, but they are kind of a medium to a large size. The first thing you do is you split your hair into half, and you try to do it in kind of like a, I don't know if it's diagonal, but like to the side, so not straight down. And the way you split your hair is kind of important because it will dictate how your hair will fall. Whether it will fall in a way that your hair will be overlapping the actual Marley hair, making it look like it's coming from the root, or if it kind of like just interlocks into the hair. So right now I'm just adding some Eco Styler gel, not too much, just a tiny bit on my hair. This just helps with the longevity of the twist and also helps the Marley hair sit on my hair instead of kind of brushing on my hair. So I'm going to use 3 strands of hair, and I do exactly as I do when I'm doing faux locks. I'm just opening the hair, nothing fancy, just literally pulling at it so that it's a bit feathered instead of just being one big lob like this. And you don't actually have to feather all 3 strands. You can feather just 2 strands, which is what I do just to save time and not having to feather. So I have my 3 strands here, and as you can see I've mainly feathered these 2. This one I've just kind of left and just made sure I feathered both of the ends. And what I did to make my twist a bit longer is the way I've stacked them. This will be my longer strand, then I'm not sure how many inches this is, but I just kind of stack them like this so they're not all one. I place the Marley hair right in the middle and I twist using my right hand first. Now the way you twist just depends on what hand you use to write. Because I'm right-handed, I choose to twist with my right hand first because it's easier. And while I'm twisting the hair with my hair in the opposite direction that I'm going to twist the whole hair strand with. And I'm just using my other hand to kind of hold the other side of the twist in place. So now that I'm satisfied that I've twisted both sides enough, I'm going to twist the actual strand in the opposite direction. So I'm going to take my left hand and put it over my right. And just begin twisting my hair strand. If you guys have previously watched my how to do Senegalese twist video, it's the same method that I use while twisting. So what I'm doing is I'm twisting my hair in the opposite direction to how I'm twisting it. And this just makes sure that my twists look like this and kind of uniform, rather than if I just twist it without doing that. This is how my twist would look. Now if you want your twist to look like that, that's fine, but I like them to be a bit more tight and a bit more neat, and also they last longer. And I twist until I get to the end of the hair strand, and as you can see I have a little bit of like these really frayed edges. I just take a scissor and I just cut them. The ends of my hair are twisted like so, which I like. You can leave your hair to look like this, but I just like the fact that they're kind of coiled at the bottom. And the way I did that is I picked up some of these really cheap plastic curlers, and you can get them from any afro hair care store. And what I do is I place the strand of hair behind the roller and I just twist the hair onto the roller. I then get a bowl of hot boiling water from the kettle and I just dip this into the water, similar to how I do for crochet braids. Just dab it with a towel to get all the excess water off, and because I don't want them to be too curly, I can just take it out straight away. Twists come up to just above my bum, so they're not too long, but they are quite long, so they come to about here. So that is how I do my twist, and I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any other questions, make sure you check out the description box, because I'm going to add more answers or more questions that I think people may want to know. But if you look in there and your question or the answer to your question isn't there, then feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about them, if you like them on me. And if you live in London or the surrounding areas and you want me to do your Marley twist for you or any other hairstyles, then feel free to just drop me an email, beautifullycrowned@gmail.com with 2 Ds. And also make sure you check out and follow my hair Instagram page, which is @beautifullycrowned with 2 Ds. And make sure you follow my own personal Instagram page, which is @Belle Michelle. I'll leave all those links in the description bar below. Once again, I hope this tutorial was helpful, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye! Jerusalem, in your body looking